It's the radio guy, Mike Prince. Welcome to another episode of the Mike Prince Show here on the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We come to you each and every day. Our website, obnradio.com, social media handles, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, all at the Mike Prince Show. YouTube channel, Open Mic Broadcast Network. We have two phone numbers. You can always be a part of the daily happenings here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Our message line, 713-570-6736, and our on-demand message center, 720-721-1558. And without any further delay, we are going to jump right into today's episode. Well, I am sure that you have heard by now about the latest and the greatest that is allegedly coming down the pipeline, Prairie View A&M University athletics. There is a letter floating around by way of the internet yet again about the postseason band play that will be administered for Prairie View football program. It is also concerns that there may be a couple of other sports that might be on some level ones or twos, i.e., in women's basketball and possibly track. But all of that will be answered when the APR reports are officially released on Tuesday. Nonetheless, we have to deal with what we have to deal with. And as the old saying goes, it is what it is. Now, we could look at this one or two ways. We could sit up and complain about woulda, coulda, shoulda, or we can accept it for what it is, address it, and move forward. I will give this brief commentary according to APR as I understand it. The way this APR structure is set, everyone holds responsibility for the states that the athletic department is in right now. When I say everyone, I mean exactly that. From coaching staff, AD directors, campus leadership, everyone, even down to the student athlete, everyone is responsible for the condition of the APR challenges that will be faced for Prairie View A&M University and any other university that has to work their way out of a predicament. We've reported through this show on more than one occasion that athletics have had people moving in and out like a revolving door, whether it's coaching staff, support staff, compliance people. It has been an internal mess. And once again, everyone has a part of how we got to where we are. If we're going to bring people who are inexperienced in whatever area they are in, if you're going to take that chance, we best to make sure that we have some type of system in place to help enhance those that we are quote unquote taking a chance on or investing in. Because ultimately it comes back down to leadership. Decisions that are made from top that flows down toward the bottom. And if we keep having people who, for whatever reason, cannot get the job done or will not get the job done, then as upper management, we need to look at who and why we're putting certain people in certain places, or why have not the gaps been filled. It takes a village to raise a child, regardless of where you are on that spectrum. Everyone should be accountable and held up to their part of how things came to be. And that's why we need to hurry up and inject some new hope, inject a sense of direction for where the athletic department needs to be. Now, we have philosophies on how we should do what needs to be done. Some philosophies are not all bad, some philosophies are not all good. But it is up to those who were in the think tank rooms, who were in the position of authority, to make these necessary adjustments that the train can get back on course. Is it the end of the world? No. Is the sky falling down? No. But is it a matter that needs to be addressed? Absolutely, unequivocally, yes. Now, before I go all the way deep into whatever the situation is, I got to first study the report. Just for a briefing of those who may or may not understand how APR works in a glance, it is always a year behind, and then they do a total calculation on a 4 year window. So the APR numbers, when they first came out with the APR early on, it was a 910 was a satisfactory. Then it graduated to 920, 930. Now it's at 950. And on a 1,000 scale, it's like you need a 95 to pass this class. So when you understand it in that manner, not real sure. I've heard what the number was as far as where, in this case, the football program is, but I won't quote that number until I've seen the number firsthand. When the dust has settled, once again reinforces that we're in a no-win situation when it comes to dealing with the APR, keeping up with the quote-unquote Joneses, because it's been a moving target since we've gotten involved with it. But we choose this route, so we can't complain about the moving target. We have to do the necessary adjustments, whether it comes from management, coaching, students, all of that, because they base it on student retention as well as part of the governing factor on how well you're doing as an APR. But then on the flip side, you have this portal, and I'm not against the portal, where kids can come and go as they please. The coach says we're going to change uniforms and it's not the style of uniform you think you look good in, I can transfer. That's just where we are right now. So it's no sense of getting into a hissy when we get these hickeys from APR. We want it to be here. Old saying says, be careful what you ask for because you just might get it. So meanwhile, we make the adjustments, and guess what? As soon as you make that adjustment, another adjustment is going to be made on the backside. And it's going to continue to be as the dog chasing his tail. So we'll stay tuned. We'll keep things flowing and going. Had an exceptionally great show on last night for the Sunday Night Live edition. We heard from Miss Danita Rogers, athletic director of the Langston Lions in Oklahoma. We also heard from Cleveland Browns running back coach Stomp Mitchell. Also had a very good insight on a lot of things that he's been able to do throughout his career and spoke mighty high of PV's own Daryl Hodge. keep our fingers, eyes, ears, toes, and everything else crossed that Cadero continues to press toward excellence. And speaking of pressing toward excellence, I want to remind you guys that we have our on demand message center available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for updates, news, rebroadcasts of certain episodes. All you have to do is dial 720-721-1558. And whichever box tickles your fancy, hit that box and enjoy the programming. Hope you've enjoyed today's programming. My time is far spent. I must exit stage left for today. I am the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince, reminding you guys to keep on keeping on. Stay encouraged, stay in tune, stay in touch. And until the next time, you guys be blessed. We'll see you on the other side.